Hello everyone, this is Darwell20 and welcome to episode 12 of Darwell20's OmniFactory series, where I'm catching up with real time. As you guys may have gathered from the last couple episodes, I've mentioned to you I was doing a little bit of traveling, but I'm back home now. So this episode is not quite so far backlogged as some of the previous ones have been. And as a result, I'm catching up on some of the comments you guys have been leaving. So yeah, actually additions crates, my bad. To be fair, like I said, I've always kind of... The last few packs I've played, they were gated. So, like, my brain just didn't go to actually additions crates because, like, I'm used to them not being available early game. But yes, they probably would have been nice to use. But, oh well, we're getting close to AE, so I'm not going to focus on the previous. I'm going to focus on the future. Dun, dun, dun. So, just came into this room, as you can see, cleaning it up a little bit. And I think this is going to be my multi-block room for now. There may be more multi-blocks in the near future. I'm debating if I want to move my obsidian nether portal here into someplace else. We'll see. I'm not sure how I want to run that just yet. We may or may not wind up moving him because he's not perfectly centered in this room for what I want the new structure to look like. But ultimately, we need a blast furnace, right? And so last episode I did wrap up promising to make the blast furnace bricks, which I have. So now I'm ready to like actually make it, right? So what we're gonna want is the blast furnace in the center with the input and output bus on either side of it. So this is gonna be a 3x3 structure, right? So like here should be this dude, right? And then the LV input and LV output, right? So, input, output bus, right? What I'm going to have to do is add this here so I can look it up a little bit easier, right? So input bus, output bus. And then behind this is the input hatch and the input hatch. So we're going to want two input hatches on the backs. And I think I've got two input hatches. I have energy input hatches. I guess that's correct. I don't know, but we're learning. Okay. That's cool. Right? Oh, wait, fluid input hatch. Is that what was there a minute ago? Fluid input hatch on the back lefts. Fluid input hatch LV. Why are there two of those? Fluid input hatch. I don't remember needing two fluid input hatches. Is that what this guy said I needed? He said one fluid input hatch. Are you lying to me, machine? Is this one of those things where it can be like kind of anything-ish or what? So let's see what this. I think this, right? Heat-proof machine casing in the middle. Fluid input hatch, fluid input hatch. Heat-proof, energy input hatch, heat-proof. I don't know if there's any like sidedness to this, right? But the quest definitely said two energy input hatches, right? But we'll figure it out. We're working on it, right? So fluid input, oops, and fluid input apparently. And then the next level is going to be, it's empty in the middle. Okay, so two rings of that. So let me just put a fluid input hatch here. It does say two fluid input hatches. I'm just going to throw the energy input hatch here, and we'll see what happens from there, right? And then input bus, output bus. That's what this was, right? That's correct, yeah. Input bus, output bus. All right, and then the last level is going to be what? Heat-proof machine casings all around? Okay, cool. Now I'm extra confused, because I have an extra bus. That's a thing. So clearly we're going to have to clear up the ceiling a little bit. Right, but... what goes in the middle there? Heat-proof machine casing. So you know what? I need to replace one of these heat-proof machine casings with some kind of bus. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the fluid output hatch there. And hopefully that's accurate, right? And then we can... Didn't I have clearance there? Oh, no, I see what happened. Okay, cool. Nope, we're good. We're good. Electric blast furnace. Sweet. Idling. Cool. I think that's working. I think that's cool. Max EU per tick is 128, so it's an MV machine, so it can accept, you know, a little bit more power than the others. And I assume it only draws power when it's running. Is that a fair assumption to make? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to disconnect this so that you ain't doing nothing. And I'm going to hook this guy up under here. Let's do this in a semi-intelligible way, which is a stretch for Dyer, but we're trying. Oh, I see what I did. Yeah, I cleared out some of the basement too. Okay, so over here, we basically want to figure out where the connectors need to go. Because this... Oh, my pickaxe broke. Go Direwolf. Let me make a new one real quick. All fixed. So we have to get our power over here somehow, some way. Shouldn't be too bad though, because we just have to put it in right there. That's your energy input hatch. So let's see, are you draining power right now? Doesn't seem like he's affected at all. He's nice and full, right? So I guess this thing only has an issue when he's actually drawing power. Oh, look at that. Fluid input hatch, fluid amount, output bus. So I'm assuming now that if I want to smelt some of the aluminum that I've found, right? Is this what's up? Right, so we want to get some of this aluminum ore. Let's go see if we can process this, right? Because this can only be processed, either pulverization gives me crushed aluminum ore. Aluminium. I can never pronounce that correctly. Ingots. Blast furnace from aluminum dust. Ah. And aluminum dust comes from what? Probably pulverization? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be pulverizing this stuff? Let's see what the quest book says. Hey, that's a really good idea. Right? Wow. Okay. Aluminum ingots. With your EBF running, start to create a supply of aluminum ingots. If you find your power supply is faltering, you may want to add additional boilers and turbines. However, you're also about to unlock MV power, so perhaps you want to wait until MV for more powerful turbines. Turbines, you say? Turbines, you say? Boilers? Turbines. Did I miss something? Am I crazy? But we got aluminum. So like, let's just see what happens if I put input bus here. Can I do that? So no, idling, right. So pulverization gets me crushed aluminum ore. Yeah, see the recipe lookups in this thing are definitely confusing, right? Aluminum dust we get from pulverizing some of this stuff. Right, but aluminum dust, pulverization, right. Interesting. I'm a little confused. Like, we don't have aluminum over here, right? We do have some aluminum dust. So we can make aluminum this way, but I've got aluminum ore. Right? So that's what I assumed I'd be using this for. Warning, machine needs more energy. Running perfectly, but warning, machine needs more energy. Okay. So that's a thing. Does that mean that it's not running at perfect efficiency? Like, these guys are definitely drawing a lot of power. Right? Is it working, though? That's my question. Like, or is it just drawing power and not doing anything? Because the max EU is 128, right? Max EU is 128. That's a question. That's a question that I don't have a good answer to. Let's come back in a few minutes once I figure out what I'm doing a little bit better. Oh yeah, so that's a problem. It says in the quest book that My resources might be lost if our progress gets too low. So that's a problem. But we do have another energy input hatch here, right? So, like, what if we ran cables to that bad boy? Is that even an option, right? That would be my next question. Do I have flight yet? That's also my question. So this is your energy input hatch, and this is also an energy input hatch, right? Energy 0, right. That makes sense, right? Because, yeah, wow, you are really draining power, aren't you? Holy cow. Let's get you back up and running. At which we are rapidly draining this out. We might need multiple CEFs? Is that what it's telling me? Is that what I'm understanding here? Potential need for multiple CEFs. Are we cool? Oh no, I think we're good now, actually. Haha! Ha 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 ha! That's cool. Okay. Running perfectly. Alright, so we just needed to hook up both power inputs. Okay. I'm down with that. I can do that. But we're going to want to be a little bit smartish about you, because you're going to run out of power pretty soon. Well, maybe not. You seem to be having a net gain at the moment, so we're cool with that. I just wish I understood what I need to do with aluminum or to get aluminum ingots. Because it looks like we need to do, like, washing and all that stuff, right? Aluminum ore needs to be pulverized, right, into crushed aluminum ore. Or fluid extracted into liquid aluminum. What does this do? That goes into a fusion reactor or a fluid solidifier. So that's an option, whatever this fluid extractor thing is. But then this crushed aluminum ore can be pulverized into impure pile of aluminum dust. Or it can be washed. What's the impure pile of aluminum dust? It needs to be centrifuged. Okay. I think we have a centrifuge, don't we? The other option is an ore washer, which gets me purified aluminum ore, which then can be pulverized into a purified pile, which can then be centrifuged into aluminum dust. Okay, so I think I get it. Right? So what we want is we have an electrolyzer. Do we have a centrifuge? We may not have a centrifuge just yet. That's possibly a thing we don't have. But it's all good, because we've got at least aluminum from that dust stuff, right? Yeah, you're draining rapidly here, but that's because you're out of your buffer, and that guy is the only thing running down there at the moment. But that's cool. We've got aluminum. It's not the best. Oh, needs more machine power. Why don't you have any more energy? You should be actually okay on energy. I didn't change anything. You have plenty of juice. Well, not plenty, but you have juice. Why all of a sudden needing power? What changed? You were good a minute ago, and we're not out of juice. Unless the 4 batteries have to all be full. Could that be the case? Could it be the case that... Because both of these batteries are emptying at this moment. Could it be like some kind of... Okay, maybe? Let's grab some charcoal here. Just trying to understand Greg Tech's batteries a little bit. Right, so that'll get me a little bit more RF going. Right, so that at least 3 is cooking now? Is that potentially enough? See, look, now it's going. Okay, I think each battery is drained from independently, and you need all 4 batteries full, or at least 3 full, to continue progress. That is super interesting. That is super interesting. That is very super interesting. Magmatics. How hard would it be to get like 2 or 3 more magmatic dynamos down here, you think? Shouldn't be too bad. A little dark steel, a little bimetal, a little bit of work. I could probably do that off camera at some point soon. I'm just trying to understand all the components of what I need here at the moment, right? I'm just trying to make sure I know what's up. Oh, look, he's draining power again. Look at that. He's getting low. I bet one of the batteries is empty. And if I'm right about that, yep, this one's empty. That's why. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. Now, how can I cut power this? Because basically what we're going to need to do is only let this thing run while these batteries are all, at least 3 of them have power in them. It's interesting. So for now, I'm going to do that, and you will no longer be losing power. You'll be gaining power. And once they're all full, that's when we're going to want to let this thing run again. All right. I think I understand. A little bit. I'm getting it. It's coming together for me. All right, let's come back in a minute. All right, guys, we're back. Guess what I'm making? One of these dudes. Hopefully I got everything. Yeah, I did. That's what's up. We're also going to want augments, right? And I'm debating exactly what kind of augments. I might want to switch this out a little bit, right? Because right now I've got the fuel catalyzer, which is increased efficiency, and the excitation field limiter, which prevents RF loss, right? So I'm thinking I might want change that up a little bit. We shall see. Right? So what we're going to want... Didn't I have more energy conduits? Or did I use them all? I might have used them all. Let me get a few of those crafted too. I've got the fluid conduits I need, but I need energy conduits. You know what? Maybe I'll make more of these too. Because I kind of instead want... I kind of want this one. Increased efficiency. That's this guy, right? Yeah, I think I might want him. More RF is produced by fuels. If I got a few of them, that might be cool. I might need more redstone, though. Like, I am surprisingly, embarrassingly low on redstone. There's a few resources that I'm a little bit low on. I ain't even gonna lie. Redstone ore? No, we have almandine. Alright, cool. You know what I can do, though? Let's see how expensive it is. Yield coin shop. I just bought a little bit of iron, because that's how low I'm on things. So for 10 Omni coins, I can do 2 of those. I'm going to do 2 of those, so check this out, right? Boop. Boop. Hooray, quest complete, right? And then check this out, right? Cooldown, a few seconds. Detect claim. Cool. And now we've got redstone. I don't want to do that too often, obviously, right? But I've got so many of those coins. Like, I think that's a good use of my time there. All right, let me make what I need to make, and we'll be right back. Okie dokie. Almost ready, I think. Let's see if I am. Doot, 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 doot. Boom. 2 of these, right? Iron and iron. Iron plate. This has to go in here. Boom. Now we're cooking. Nice. Okay, I'll take that. So then we hop down here. And you know what I didn't make? More of these. Do I need this anymore? Probably not in as gross a way, but I don't get as much back as I would want. So, yeah, I still need it. Back in a sec, I have to make those, I forgot. Okay, all set. Let's see if we can do this properly this time. So what I want to do is come down here. I'm going to set you to not be a fuel. No, wait, isn't this more energy is produced by fuels? Oh, okay. Is that what I'm doing? I didn't realize I was already doing that. Okay, cool. No, that's awesome. I thought I had used, like, the more efficiency one. No, I did use the more efficiency one. Okay, no, that's not the augment I want. I did the wrong one, but that's all right. I can fix that real quick. Let's see. This is what I want. This guy. He's a lot of energy. That's RF output. Yeah, that seems like more effort than I want to put in right now. I thought we, yeah. No, I'm not doing that. But what I will do is pick this dude up, put him up here, put these dudes down, and hit that button. Sweet. And energy out. Cool. All right, so you've got a buffer of energy occurring, right? So now we have a full battery set up there. We can swing upstairs and start cooking our aluminum again. Yes? Which I assume I've got the aluminum dust somewhere. Wow, I've got aluminum dust out the wazoo at the moment. I forget what I just processed to get all that, but I do. Machine needs more energy. I'm well aware of that. Oh, right, I didn't hook up the wire again. Dyer knows how to play this game. So you should be totally happy? You seem like you're pretty happy, right? I mean, you're cooking. So that warning, I assume, will go away at some point? I assume. So you make your stuff. You make your aluminum. Yeah, he goes away after one iteration of success, it would appear. Cool. Now, what's this thing doing battery-wise? Is he stable? So he's stable. So we're pumping more energy into this thing. Now you've got a loss of 300 RF a tick, which isn't the end of the world. Now also you're not running, but you're only going to give me an extra 40, so it's all good. It's all good. We can at least, we should be good. Let's see how this runs. I'll come back in a few minutes once it's done cooking, and we'll figure out where we're at. Maybe I'll only do half of this for now. Also, I want to see like what our next steps are in terms of quests. So aluminum ingots is complete, right? We finished that, and now MV machine holes. Cool. All right, I can look into that. So an MV machine hole, but I think what I'd rather do is applied energistics, right? I think that's what I'd prefer at this point. So if I want an ME terminal, right? I want a crafting terminal, which needs a calculation processor, which needs inscribers, which needs those MV machine holes. It also needs dark steel plates, and it also needs electric pistons, which needs a healthy amount of aluminum. But I'm assuming we can figure this out, right? Electric motors, it's a lot of aluminum is what we need for this process, right? But, so yes, let's smelt up all our aluminum, and then come back and make at least one inscriber for now, right? And an MV machine hole needs an MV casing, which is a lot of aluminum, but not terrible resource-wise. Actually, not terrible crafting process, right? Doesn't look too bad. But I want to see how you do. Like, are you getting low yet? You're getting a little low. So we want to be a little conservative with this. Is there some kind of, in Greg Tech, like a redstone lever cable? Like, you know what I mean? So that I can, like, toggle it with a redstone? That would be cool. There's lots of cabling. But yes, I don't see anything that looks like... there has to be, right? Something that'll let me do, like, redstone signal equals stop sending power? I just don't know what it is. I'll look around and see what I can find out. Yes, all right, so more aluminum clearly needed. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get aluminum from our aluminum ore with our current machine here. I'll come back in a few minutes. All right, guys, so if I want to get aluminum ingots from my aluminum ore, my best bet for now is to pulverize the aluminum ore, which gets me crushed aluminum ore, and then I can run that through the pulverizer again to get impure piles of aluminum dust, which we can throw into the basic electrolyzer? Or is it the centrifuge that we don't have yet? Yeah, I don't think we have a centrifuge, do we? Did we make a basic centrifuge? It doesn't look undoable. Should I make one real quick? I feel like it's probably where I need to be. Right? It's probably where I need to be. I'm sure the centrifuge has compressor, wire mill, smelter, electrolyzer, mixer, macerator, autoclave, fluid solidifier. Yeah, I don't think we have one of those yet. So let me make that real quick. He doesn't look too bad. Let's come right back. Also, yes, message received on the fine copper wire equals cheaper circuits thing. Got it. So if I do this and pull this craft out of here, do I have any paper? I'm sure I have sugar cane. So I just need to see if the craft updates or if I have to like forget it and relearn it type of deal. Right? So now if I do that, did it update? No. So I want to unlock you, do that, and then relock you. And now you're set. Cool. Good to know. Just, you know, learning a little bit how things work. So, more crafting, be right back. And I updated the vacuum tube recipe too. That's cool because that does give me significantly less copper usage. Not that it's a huge deal, right? But like, it helps, right? It helps. Now, are you any different? Nah, you're pretty much the same thing, right? Okay, back in a minute. Ta-da, basic centrifuge. Hooray! That was even a quest complete. All right, so you here, you there, and then you guys can be centrifuged. And I'm sure there will need to be other centrifuging happening, so, you know. Oh, cool, all those little turny thing. I love little turny things. Look, we can get bauxite eventually. I'm not sure what super useful that is, but I'm sure it'll do something. Sure it'll do something for us. We can electrolyze it into rutile and more aluminum. Okay. Hey, look, more aluminum. That works for me. All right, so these guys should all be buffered up, right? That's what we should be seeing down here. And they should be doing very little with regards to their power wastage, right? Because we've got this guy, right? Prevents RF loss due to flux coil saturation. Or in other words, no wasting of fuel, That's what those upgrades supposedly do. And it'll only waste a little bit otherwise, right? So you should be cool, running perfectly. I love it. You guys will be losing internal buffer now, which is fine. But with everything running here, that aluminum should smelt up pretty quickly. Cool. All right, guys, we're back. So what I want to do is create a machine work table thingy where I can... I think I have to do that. I'm not actually sure. Where I can do MV doohickeys, right? So here we do this and lock it in, right? And then U can be used to make this. So we're going to need more copper cables, but like covered copper cables? Okay. I can manage a little bit of that. Let's do 8 of them. Does that sound like a good number? Right? And you're done compressing stuff. Let's get some rubber, because I should have some of that. Yeah, that should be cool. Right? So U and U. So to make U, we need this. Let's do that and lock it in. And then we also need some wrought iron. Do I have any extra of that? I have 1 extra. I gotta go mining between episodes again. I know I said there wasn't all that much mining in this pack, but there's a bit. Mining is easy in the pack, but you still gotta do it every now and then. Still need resources. Either that or I'm doing something wrong. But, you know, it said we don't need to do pulverizing until we get into the MV stage, which we're getting into. So I feel like we're probably close. Alright, so now we come over to here, we do this, and we should be able to pull that out. Nice, and lock it in. So now we have our MV machine holes makeable easily enough, right? We can get rid of centrifuge, because what we want to make is the inscriber. So the other thing we want is these things. So I want to add this and the electric motor here. So you're going to need some aluminum rods. You're going to need some other things. Quest complete. MV machine holes. Nice. All right, so I needed some of this. I think I need like 5 of them ultimately. So let's get that stuff cooking up. You're almost done. So what do I need here? Because I want to kind of get most of the things that... Oh, no. Derp. Doop, doop, boop, 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 boop. You. So like, let's get you going, right? So we're going to need some 2x copper wires, which is a good time, right? Is that always what I'm going to need? So that's going to always be 2x of that. Okay. After the wire coil thing debacle, right? I'm just like, am I going to want to double check that we're cool here or what? So I think what I'll do is just kind of always have some of them in there, and that should be cool, right? And then to make this, we need a magnetic steel rod, which we can still get from over here, right? So that's still relatively easy. So like boom and boom. And then the other thing we're going to need is a couple aluminum rods. So we want to teach that, and that's probably going to need the wrought iron file. I'm debating whether I want to like really go too crazy with this wrought iron file and have lots of them or what. So 1x copper wires. So we're still going to want some copper wires in here. These guys are going to be covered copper wires though. We might have some more resin. I know we have more resin. That I'm not concerned about. Good job, you. That's enough to get started, right? Cool. So you need this. You know what? Let's just do it all. Let's go for broke, right? Lock that in. Cool. And then are you good to go with this? What am I missing here? That's a magnetic steel rod, not a magnetic iron rod. Today we learned. Today we learned. All right, so let's do this. Let's get some of this out of here. And I'm assuming this being a steel rod. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, that's different. How do we make magnetic steel, you suppose? Magnetic steel dust is a thing we can make. Electromagnetic polarizer, huh? Is that hard? Tin, LV, iron. That seems easy. A basic polarizer. All right, should we try that? LV machine hole? Where are you at? So I'm going to need more of this. I'm learning that there's things and stuff. Is there not an easier... Or I could get a steel rod and just electromagnetic it. That's fair. That's fair. We basically just need a way to make this a thing, right? I think that's pretty much what we're looking at. I think this electromagnetic polarizer guy is definitely... that's going to be a thing that we need to make right now. I'm just debating how I want to do this. Part of me is thinking, like, you know... Oh, did we cripple our power supply? We may have. I'm suspecting that I'm going to want to break that right now, because I suspect that you ran out of steam. Yep, out of juice. More aluminum. So you guys should be good, though, right? You're cooking? Yeah. So having that blast furnace running is kind of a bad thing, actually. Because it drains power without actually making progress. So we want to be really careful about that, right? Like, super duper extra careful about that. Let me borrow you for a sec, Wrench, so that you can do this, and then you can do this. Thought I had enough of those. A little bit more wrought iron. At least 2 more plates. Which isn't too bad. Cool. LV machine hull, right? And then we needed the magnetic dude, right? So let's get ready to add this guy. Basic polarizer, right? So I need 2x tin wires. So we need 2 iron rods, right? And then we need 1x tin cables, which we've got. And then I just need 8 tin wires. So I just need 8 tin, essentially. So I think it's 4 tin, right? Because it doubles. Yep, that should be cool. And then we'll try out this basic polarizer, dude. Lots of machines, right? Lots of machines. Nice. That was easy enough to make. I'm going to need more of this, by the way, conductive iron. Just looking to see if there's a sneakier recipe. But conductive iron is just iron and redstone, right? But we're a little bit low on iron at the moment. So I'm trying to be conservative with it. So if I popped you there, basic polarizer, and threw a piece of steel into you... Steel ingot. Hey, that's cool. Okay. And then you, with the file, equals that. Sweet. All right. And now you're good to be made? Sweet. Lock that guy in. And now we need a piston. Now I need 2 of these for the inscriber, right? So, like, let's get, you know, 1, 2 more of these. We're going to need another piece of steel, which shouldn't be too hard to make. Being conservative with my resources right now, because I need to go mining, and what I want to do is wrap up the episode and then, you know, go mining between episodes. Right? I learned you can use charcoal dust for this, by the way. Dyer is sometimes bad at knowing things and whatnot. You know what I mean? And then you get that treatment. And then you come over to here, and you turn into one of these. And then this guy only needs some more of nothing. I've got it. Boom. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Small aluminum gear is just an aluminum plate with a hammer. Seems easy enough. We've got hammers, right? And I'm definitely being conservative with my aluminum, because we don't have a lot of that. It's not like we're desperately low on it, but we're also not flush. if you know what I mean. We are not flush by any stretch. So we also need 6 plates for stuff, right? And we really need a 7th plate, to be honest with you. Right? So I want you to know how to make this. Right? We'll lock that guy in. And then what else do you need? You need a couple more of these. Cool. And then some copper cables with covering. So that's actually it. That should be cool. Right? Once our plates are done. and then we'll have our pistons, and then we'll have our inscriber, and that means we can really get into applied energistics. Booyah. 2 pistons, lock them down, right? So this is like your MV work table, right? And the inscriber, we just need a fluix crystal, and that's it. That's literally it. Dark steel plates are mine, and a fluix crystal, and that should be an inscriber. Now, typically, quest complete. Booyah. What's up? Claim all them rewards. Look at them all. That's exciting, dudes. That is super cool. So we're both in the MV stage, right? Which is awesome. MV machine holes. And, oh, we just did some quests in here. Look, LV centrifuge, LV polarizer, inscriber. Give me all them rewards, would you? That's cool. So we're actually breaking into the early game. If you have we're breaking into the early game. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. That is a good time. So we're about to break into the early game. That's cool, right? And now we can get into all the applied energistics automation, like at least the very beginning, right, of applied energistics. Look at all this cool stuff we have to go on, right? How cool is this? How cool is this? However, unfortunately, I believe it's the old wrapping up point. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap up the episode here. I'm going to put away all these resources that I have. I'm going to go mining. I have to go figure out what I need to go mining for, but I definitely need to go mining. And I would love to get away from these bronze chests. They are a little bit weird. So I would definitely like to get away from them if I could. Just organizing everything that I need to organize before we go mining, right? You could probably go away, building gadget. I don't think I need you at the moment. You know what I would like to have? A charged up fluxomagnet, though. That would be nice. That would be super nice. Thank you. And you can probably go back to being an aluminum maker, right? So you're good on power-ish. You can probably get a few more bits of aluminum out of you. So to make this work again, by the way, it doesn't look like it's voiding my aluminum dust, even though it says it might do that. But I'm going to beg, borrow, and steal this and reconnect them there so that the alloy smelter can run again. And hopefully we'll be groovy, right? All right, for now, the All-20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We've got the inscriber, which means we can make a lot of the things that we need, some more advanced applied energisticy type stuffs, right? So you're ready to roll. Do I need to get the... I've seen asteroid crash thingies. So do I need to go find these out in the world? Precision laser engraver, huh? Block of aluminum. Blue topaz, which I'm assuming it can smelt topaz ore. I think I've found that stuff. Yeah, I think the meteorite compass is probably the way I want to go with this, assuming. Yeah, that's a lot of aluminum. I'm gonna go check those. I'm gonna go check those satellite or those asteroid crashes. There's one actually right there, so I'm just gonna go check. How am I for? Where is my diamond hammer? I had one. I was using it recently. What'd I do with it? Dire, please. Trying to wrap up the episode. It's not working out for me though. It's just not. I can't help it. I can't help it. I get so excited. I'm having so much fun. I'm just like, I can't wrap up because I want to do the cool things. Where'd my diamond hammer go? I mean, I'll make a new one, sure. I'm just curious where it is. There it is. See? I knew it was around here somewhere. Should probably make a new one anyway, because we're going to go mine a whole lot. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. So yeah, what I wanted to do... Should we go check that thing real quick? I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's go check that real quick, and then we'll wrap up the episode. I know I'm a bad person. I'm curious as to how many people closed the video when I said this is wrapping up point and then didn't wrap up. But I'm just going to real quick take a peek in this thing over here and see if we get the things that we need. Right? Because if we do, then I don't have to waste a whole mess of aluminum to make them. So usually it's very centered. There it is. Wow. Silicon Engineering End Calculation Press. Wow. Is that? I just need logic now. That's pretty cool. I'll take it. Devil's Play signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. See, it's a good thing I did that, because if I had come back next episode and said I found 3 in one chest, you guys would be like, cheater! He cheated it in! There's no way he found 3 in one chest. See? You guys saw it live. You saw it live. Alright guys, take it easy.